So we played in Portland last night. So is there a sort of rivalry? Everywhere you go there's rivalries. See, in Scotland the rivalries take place between villages that are about 2 or 3 miles apart. Not fucking cities that are 400, 500 miles apart. You guys have got way too much time on your hands. However, I do have a reasonably funny story about a trip to Portland the last time with the Beta Band. Would you like to hear it? Yes! Okay, I need you, my friend, to zip it until I point to you. Thank you, my friend. You know I'm on your side. So, the last time I was in Portland, previous to last night, was with the Beta Band. We arrived in town, we had a day off, the day before the show. Roll off the bus, straight onto Main Street looking for some food, and this guy comes running up to us. Hey man, you want to go to a party? We said, yeah. This was about 10 o'clock in the morning, so he explained the party was later that night and it was in the warehouse district. We didn't know Portland at all. So this guy cruised off about his business. We went and got some food, carried on the day, had a lovely day, decided, yeah, we'll go to this party. So there's me, the rest of the band, 4 of us, and our friend Nitch, who was a kind of guy that filled in a lot of different jobs within the Beta Band, one of which was stopping me from getting my head kicked in. Which would happen every now and then. Not very often, but every now and then. Remember we spoke. Not very often, but every now and then. But also Richard Greentree, who would regularly get his head kicked in. So there was 5 of us all together. So we start wandering around the warehouse district, and we come around the corner, and there's what looks like a sort of 5-story warehouse with a crowd of about 100 people outside. So we think this must be the joint. So we go in, up the stairs. There's a very narrow flight of staircase all the way up to the top. Walk in, and it's a huge space, like a proper warehouse, massive space. And right in the far corner, there is an Asian punk band, and they were too far away for me to establish exactly what they were, but to me they looked either Chinese or Japanese. 3-piece punk band. They were fucking brilliant. They were like Dead Kennedys or something like that. They were amazing. So anyway, me and Richard, in the spirit of punk rock, got onto the middle of, I'm not going to call it a dance floor because it was about 3 acres. Huge warehouse. Anyway, we positioned ourselves in the middle of the room and started throwing each other around the room in the spirit of 1976 punk rock. And so we were having a good time. I started to get a bit tired. Richard's very strong. So just as we're about to sort of call it a day and go and get a drink or whatever, this skinny little guy suddenly appears from nowhere, and he's very angry. He's very angry specifically with Richard for some reason. I don't know why. So I kind of take a step back, and he walks up to Richard and he goes, "Do you want to get hardcore, man? Do you want to get hardcore?" Now Richard is he's about my height, but he's shaped like a brick. Basically, or maybe like a square, you know. So push him like that and nothing really happens. And he just kind of looks at you. Very difficult, and he's strong as well. So Richard goes, "Yeah. You want to get hardcore?" "Yeah." So I'm looking at this guy, and this guy's quite tall, but he's very skinny. I'm thinking, this is not a good idea, my friend. So anyway, Richard picks him up and starts throwing him around the dance floor for the next 3 or 4 minutes. At which point, I thought he was angry before, but now he's fucking raging. So he starts pointing at me, and I'm going, "Yeah, what is it?" The angry guy starts pointing at me, and I'm going, what? He goes, "Keep him here, man, keep him here." I'm thinking, oh, this doesn't look good. So he runs off across the other side of this room and into this, what I've suddenly noticed is a crowd of about 10 to 15 guys. And so I sort of assess the situation quickly, and dragging Richard with me, we go into our corner where there's obviously the 5 of us, and I say to Nitch, "Yeah, this thing's happened, blah blah blah," and Nitch is going, "Oh, I'll be okay, I'll be okay." And I say, "No, look in the corner of the room, Nitch." By which point they're all standing around looking at us and pointing at us. I'm thinking, fuck. So Nitch goes, "Oh yeah, we should go. So we do that thing where you don't want to look like you're leaving a room, but you're definitely leaving a room. The top, from here down to your waist is really casual. You're like, yeah, that was good, yeah, but I think I'm gonna get home, but your legs are going like that. Let's get the fuck out of here, let's get the fuck out of here. So we did that, got to the stairs, down 5 flights of stairs, very narrow staircase, out into what is now a crowd of about, I don't know, about 250, 200 people waiting to file in up this staircase. We get outside, and I suddenly see these guys, they're coming down the stairs now like this, like fucking space invaders. So I at this point I'm going blend in, blend in, blend in. So we sort of blend into this crowd of about 150, 200 people, all trying to put on American accents and pretend like they're definitely not from Scotland. This sort of starts to go well, but then these guys kind of fan out and they start going through the crowd. So somehow at this point I look to my left and I notice that there's train tracks going, because it's the warehouse district, there's train tracks going across the road.
Mind the gap.
So just as I'm thinking, could that be a way out, a fucking train appears on the train tracks, moving slowly across the road. I'm going, boys, we're out. So we jump on the back of this train. It's a goods train, you know, like not a passenger train. It's like, I don't know what they were transporting, coal or something, whatever it was. So we jump on the back of this train, and the physical act of jumping on the back of the train has this enormous effect on our confidence. We've gone from being zeros to fucking. So then we turn around, so we're hanging on the back of this train, and you can see these guys move through the crowd, and we're going, you fucking assholes, fuck you! At which point, it starts to become aware that the train is moving at about 3 miles an hour. Honestly, you could fucking hobble quicker. So luckily they don't notice us, thank God. So the train then starts to speed up. At which point, again, our confidence is like, yes, we're fucking riding the rails with the king of the fucking hill. Then the train keeps speeding up, at which point it's doing about 50, 60 miles an hour. We're hanging on the back going, what are we going to fucking do now? And then it goes from being sort of in the warehouse district, then it goes to the outskirts of Portland, then it goes into the countryside in Portland. And it's just trees and valleys and fucking... So we seriously don't know what to do, and then thank God suddenly it starts to slow down. It slows down enough that we all just jump off into the bushes. At which point it takes us about 4 or 5 hours to get. We get home from this party about 6 in the morning, having spent about 15 minutes at this party.